All right, let's move to the next question. I'm going to put this one to Rob. What is the best approach to getting out of the chaos?
Process.
Process.
One is, I think recognizing that there's chaos, right? And measuring what the impact, because some of the chaos is emotional, unmeasurable, and some of it is real and measurable, and it's either causing delays and you can quantify that problem. I'll be honest. I mean, again, I'll say I love process. There's nothing better than a good workflow. And again, not to create so many guardrails on everything, or not to give guardrails to the thing. When I teach, I don't. When we get to like the final and the midterm, which is for me is all about presentation and having the students get up and present. I don't say to them, "Here's what I'm looking for. Go explore and be creative." I say, "Here are the questions I'd like you to answer. Here's what I want to see on page 1, 2, 3, and 4." And I've always done that, even with my large product management teams. I've always done that. The more you can create consistency in your message, the more you can create, an ask and answer kind of thing. Because remember, the product manager doesn't know how to present, and the person who's supposed to listen to that presentation to make a decision doesn't know what they need to listen for in order to make the decision. And so if you can bring those two together and create better communication through process, I just think it's creating predictability, and the more you can remove, unpredictable behaviors and things, the better off, the less chaos you're going to have.
No, I agree. And actually, Rob, I would say I'm dealing with this with a client right now. The first thing we're doing is actually baselining the existing process and outcomes. So start with the baseline of how is it happening now, formally and informally, and what are the results? And then from that, you can then you can build to the ideal for them, because every company is different than any other company, right? You can identify where at least the easiest move is going to be and start managing the change to go from how it's done now, keep the things that people feel work and do, but then move to you add to it so you can bring more value to it. Steve, your thoughts?
Well, I already agreed with Rob on process, but I'll take it a step further. I've always believed in playbooks. Some people say it with scorn. It's like, this person can only fill out a template, or it's paint by numbers. But let's start with paint by numbers. You do end up with a picture of a house with a horsey next door if you've got, a playbook. And I can't tell you the times I've encountered people who say, I've been brought on board. This company has no process, and I'm scrambling. Does anybody have a template like this? And that's some of what we're trying to address with the Quartz Open framework, is to say, here's a framework, here's a set of standardized templates that you can use and modify. Well, for instance, a client I worked with this week, they loved my product canvas, and it's not like it's rocket surgery, as Kevin, the sales guy, used to say. It's just a simple form, and yet it's everything in one place, and it gives you a starting place. So yeah, I'm big on playbooks.
Well, and I mean, look at how much Strategizer in the product or in the
business model canvas,
and value prop canvases have helped with the chaos of innovation and those types of things. And Rob, yes, that's a whole new topic that I will want to go in with you on one of these calls. Just because of the time, Jason, I'm not going to give you a chance on this one unless you
yes, you with Steve agree with Steve.
Yes,
I'm going to say discipline of the process is key to successful process.
Yes.
Sweet.